What's up, DC Nation? Welcome back to another video, and today we're checking out the highly anticipated series, Batman the Detective. This is issue number 1 of 6, written by Tom Taylor and drawn by Adam Kuberts. Now guys, I've been really excited for this. I've been really hyping this up, so yeah, if you guys are ready, let's dive into the very first issue of this series. We begin in Lancashire, England. We see Wayne Airlines, Flight 99, flying from Gotham to London. I want you all to know, this isn't your fault, it's his. This is because of Batman, a flight attendant says as she puts on a Batman cowl. We hear a boom as the back of the plane explodes. The passengers scream while 2 flight attendants wearing Batman cowls try to get off the plane. They are leaving the passengers to die. That's when Beryl Hutchinson, aka Knight, kicks one of the flight attendants in the face. "You're not running from this," she says. "Yes, we are, but I guess you can come with us," one of the flight attendants says as she grabs Knight by the ankle and jumps out of the plane. 2 free-falling flight attendants, 1 ambitious Knight. The flight attendant pulls a parachute, but Knight messes up the fall and crashes into the ground. She's alive though. The flight attendant dies. Knight tries to get up, but she's injured. The other flight attendant walks toward her saying, "Ouch, nasty landing." "Why are you doing this?" she asks. "Why? It's about equilibrium," the flight attendant says, flashing up bright lights and shooting a gun. You hear a bang! We switch to an older Bruce Wayne. He's hurt the people around him. He has no one close to him left. He has scars and is growing old. He spent a lifetime fighting crime, an oath, a crusade. The question on his mind though is, what difference has he made? He hasn't saved Gotham. He hasn't stopped crime. His war on crime is still on. Alfred is gone. The Bat family are no longer here, so Bruce is just having a tough time. Now, Bruce hears about a plane going down in London. Bruce wonders what's keeping him in Gotham. There's no future in Gotham, no reason to stay. Bruce can't think of a reason to go back after he's left. Bruce takes his suitcases and leaves Wayne Manor. It's time for the Bats to leave the cave. Forever. Bruce leaves and heads to London. We see Batman arrive in London. The plane from the beginning crashed at a lighthouse site in Lancashire. 146 people dead. Batman realizes he's not alone. "I take it you're the new Squire," Batman says. "Yeah, how did you know I was here?" "Alright, you're Batman," Squire says, jumping down by Batman. Squire tells Batman that Knight is alive, just hurt. Batman intends to go see her, but he must investigate the plane crash crime scene first. Batman scans the area and picks up on footprints, the cold, and a ghost. "So you're just cold?" the Squire says. "No, I want you to walk toward me, and whatever you do, don't turn around," Batman says, looking straight in the face at a more horrific-looking gentleman ghost. Gentleman Ghost puts his ghost hand in Batman's chest. "You've changed, Gentleman Ghost," Batman says. "I have," Gentleman Ghost says. "What do you want here?" Batman asks. "I feed on fear, and 146 died here in absolute terror, but I enjoy my fear fresh as well. You're not scared of death, but I can feel what you're afraid of. You fear failing others. You dread being close to them because you fear losing them. Ah, there it is. I can feast on your hearts," Gentleman Ghost says as he tries to feast on Batman's heart. But then Batman pulls Gentleman Ghost's hands away, saying, "Get your damn hands off my heart." Batman begins using the gauntlets on his hands to punch Gentleman Ghost back. Batman's got some hands. These gauntlets are from John Constantine, the perfect cheat when fighting up against a powerful ghost. Batman slams Gentleman Ghost into the ground, defeating the villain. "We'll finish up here and then head to London," Batman says. You just beat up a dead man," Squire states. "I have enough ghosts haunting me," Batman says as he walks away. We switch to the Tower Hospital in London. Batman checks on Beryl. Once inside our hospital room, he checks for any monitoring equipment. Considering I was shot and fell out of a plane, I'm remarkably not dead, Beryl says. I have questions, Batman states. I'm not surprised. It was nice of you to ask how I was first, Beryl says. That was your new squire's influence, Batman states. You met Mina? Beryl asks. Yes, she's young, Batman says. You've put younger in the field. Do you impress the hell out of her? Beryl asks. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, come on. I punched a ghost, Batman says, smiling. There it is. They said it was about you and equilibrium. Do you know what that means? Beryl asks. I have a suspicion. I hope I'm wrong. I know for certain when the computer has finished cross-referencing the passenger list with other data, Batman says. Batman continues to tell Beryl that he has hacked the hospital camera feed. Beryl, they're here for you, Batman says, as we see 4 Batman assassins in the hospital hallway. Squire shows up and blocks the hallway. Batman admires Squire's bravery, but he's got it handled. Batman grits his teeth and launches at the 4 assassins. The assassins shoot a multitude of bullets. Batman hits all of them out of the window. Batman falls with the assassins 4 stories down. He uses them as a softer blow when they hit the ground. Batman gets up injured and less efficient. He's older, not in his prime, but he still fights the highly trained assassins. He hits them where it hurts. The assassins begin to flee. They jump on boats and head off as they shoot at Batman. Batman dodges and leaves. He uses a grappling hook to get back to Beryl's hospital room. Squire notes a Batman not looking so good. He's injured, but Batman ignores the pain and tells Beryl that she needs to be transferred somewhere else now. Batman starts finding answers as his data from the plane crash comes in. Every death in the plane crash is 100% of the lives he saved separately. Someone is undoing all of Batman's good work. Someone is taking the lives I've saved, Batman states as issue number 1 of this series closes. And that is issue number 1 of Batman the Detective. And guys, this issue was amazing. I really enjoyed it. Let's start out with the artwork. The artwork by Adam Kubert is so nostalgic because I haven't seen Adam Kubert's artwork in a while, and it actually looks so good here. Like, it fits the tone, the action sequences are dope, and also, like, the very quiet moments look really good. Especially the moment when Batman talks with Beryl, and Batman's like, I punched a ghost, and he just smiles. It's such a nice moment, but the art really elevates it. So yeah, artwork by Adam Kubert is phenomenal. This is some of the best artwork I've seen from him in a long time. Now, Tom Taylor starts us off with a really interesting hook, alright? I really like the idea of an older Batman. It gives me, like, Dark Knight Returns vibes. Like, seeing Bruce older, his Bat family is gone, Alfred is gone, which Alfred wasn't gone in Dark Knight Returns, but he's in that state where he's older, he gets scars easily, he's not as efficient, and this time, instead of staying in Gotham, he's leaving Gotham. So there's some twist there, but still gives me Dark Knight Returns vibes, especially how Adam Kubert draws Bruce, guys. Like, in that Batcave where he's just standing there, it reminds me of Dark Knight Returns. But still, I like the idea of Bruce being like, there's nothing left in Gotham. I haven't won my war on crime, I haven't saved Gotham City, might as well move and deal with villains outside the city. Deal with a new path. And we see him go to London. London is a really interesting place to go. I like that new direction. And guys, seeing Batman take on Gentleman Ghost was so awesome. It was really cool seeing Gentleman Ghost in this new Elseworld type story, because I'm pretty sure this is an Elseworld story. It's not canon, but we never see Gentleman Ghost in an Elseworld story, or at least I haven't. Like, we never see a different version of him. Like, we haven't seen Gentleman Ghost in comics for a while. And to see him here is great, and he's shown so well. See him go into Batman's heart, he's like, I'm gonna use your fear and take from you, and him show up to the plane crash crime scene. It just fit together so well and made a really awesome sequence. Now let's talk about Squire and Knight. For Knight, I actually like her. She actually has a really good, interaction with Batman. The issue opens up with a big action sequence, or a big, sequence that really gets the whole, narrative going. Seeing, Knight fight off against these, Batman assassins. I call them Batman assassins because they have, Batman cowls on, but, a different costume below that. They cause this plane to crash into this lighthouse and cause a whole crime scene. And seeing Knight deal with this, almost die, but she actually is fine. And it's kind of like a mystery of how she survived. It's really interesting to me. And I also really like Knight's interactions with Batman in the hospital. Seeing her be like, oh, how you doing? And then them talk about Squire. And then seeing Knight be like, hey, I gotta handle myself. Knight is actually a really good character so far. Beryl, I like her. She's good. Now, Squire, she's good as well. So far, I liked her interactions with Batman, the whole gentleman ghost scene, and seeing Squire show up and kind of give the comedy relief. When Batman has one of the assassins tied up to a rope just hanging out of the hospital, and Squire notices that. Squire's like us. We're reading this Batman comic and we get astonished by everything Batman does, taking down Ghost or fighting off against all these assassins and jumping out of the window. But instead of just us being like, oh, this is so awesome, Squire is there with us. And pretty much this character is walking us along this journey. So that's great. Now, Batman's inner monologue, or his inner, narration by Tom Taylor, done so well. There's a couple little things throughout there that isn't really tied to the story, but it's just more background on Batman that shows that Tom Taylor knows the character. Now, the hook of the story, that whoever's doing this whole plane crash, all these, everything going on that's going up against Batman, they want to pretty much take away all the lives that Batman has saved. And that's a really interesting premise, and it's a little confusing, but Tom Taylor really lays it out well here. He does a great job of walking us through it and having that big cliffhanger oh, that makes sense. And now I'm excited for the series to move forward. Yes, this was a setup issue, but we still got action, we still got some great moments, some really good emotional moments as well, and some good background. So yeah, we got 5 issues to go, and yeah, I'm excited to see where the story goes. Tom Taylor, great writer. Adam Kubert, amazing artist. And yeah, this is gonna be definitely should be on your pull list, alright? If you're going to the comic book shop, pick this up. And that's why I'm gonna give this issue an 8.5 out of 10. I recommend it. Check it out, guys. And yeah, tell me your thoughts on this issue down below. If you like the video, give a big thumbs up. New channel, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on my next Batman the Detective video. And yeah, thanks for watching, and peace out.